We're back for redemption today on Optimal Play against Arkham Horror 3rd Edition. My name is Brandon. Hi, Rebecca.
Hello.
You may have watched our last attempt at the Approach of Azathoth scenario. Do you recall how that went?
I think we descended into blind chaos where the earth went to shit with volcanoes erupting, earthquakes, and then we lived just long enough to see the chaos until our heads exploded.
That does ring a bell. Yeah, well, lucky for us, today we brought in the big guns. So we're here with, we are here with Scott and with Ryan.
Woo!
To carry us to victory this time on the second, or at least another scenario in Arkham Horror, called Feast for Umordhoth. We're hoping that this will go quite a bit better. Here is the story so far, and then we'll talk about who we're playing this time.
I feel like you should have a big graphic when you say Umordhoth, like, Umordhoth, feast. Like,
Or just that, just cut to Ryan saying, Umordhoth!
Yeah, can you look again?
Umordhoth, feast.
Yeah, that might work. In the Feast for Umordhoth, the story so far, the ghouls that dwell beneath the earth hunger for the flesh of corpses, yet even they live in worshipful fear of the devourer below. But the ghouls are not the only worshippers of Umordhoth in Arkham. Yeah. Luckily, we have our ragtag bunch of investigators on the scene. Ryan, who are you playing as?
I'm playing Daniela Reyes, the mechanic. Her quote is, "You've got a job that needs doing. I'm your girl." She starts with Gabriel, and I chose Ace of Swords.
Scott again. I'll be playing Agnes Baker, the waitress. Her quote is, "Things ain't always what they seem." And she starts with 2 spells, Flesh Ward and Storm of Spirits, and then she starts with the Heirloom of Hyperborea. So they're all spell related. She's a mystic and a guardian.
Alright.
And I will be Maiden Typhon. I'm certain that if we work together, we can find the solution.
It's very optimistic.
Yeah.
Optimistic play.
My character is a seeker and a survivor. I start the round with $3, King in Yellow card, which allows me once per round after I've suffered some horror, so maybe an incentive there. I may research 1 clue. And then I chose Analytical Mind, which allows me to roll an additional die while resolving lore or observation if I'm at or above my focus limit.
Very nice. And I am Ashcan Pete, the Drifter. Don't you worry about a thing. Me and Duke here, we're here to help. We got a really, positive outlook on the world. I like it. Here on this side of the
Positive we
table.
can do this, or die trying.
Let's try for the first part. I get a free item from the shop that costs 2 or less whenever I gather resources, and I start with my faithful hound Duke, who helps me attack and lets me trade with people from a distance. He can run items over to you guys. And I have Dark Dreams, which lets me focus a skill of my choice and spawn a clue if I choose to take a horror whenever I draw a blank mythos. Hopefully I get some opportunities for that. Okay, we didn't decide this off camera. Who wants to lead the investigation? Any volunteers?
Agnes can go.
All right.
Okay.
So why don't you take that little flashlight version of that token and give everyone else one of them. So we're all going to start at the general store today, which is in Rivertown here. We'll all start there together. And the scenario instructs us to add 3 cards to the codex. We're going to take a look at what these say, and they will set up the way this is going to work. We start with Outbreak. Windows are shut, curtains drawn, doors locked. Citizens hurry through the streets, casting glances over their shoulders. A sinister unease gathers in the city, lurking on the rooftops and pooling in every shadow. As dread mounts, people and animals react in unpredictable ways, fleeing or lashing out at those around them. And with each new outbreak of fear and violence, the Ancient One grows stronger. The rule it sets out is, if a space has 4 or more doom, remove 3 doom from that space. Then place 1 doom in each other space in that neighborhood, and 1 doom on the scenario sheet. So that's a little different. We're just trying to avoid there being 4 doom in the same space. We move on to the codex card Fresh Meat. The steep, gabled roofs of Arkham jut like teeth into the night sky, tearing through the fog that billows up from the Miskatonic River. The city sleeps at night, but something moves through the darkness. Corpses have been vanishing, from the morgue, from the graveyard. Now, the living are missing too. Saul Chandler, the butcher, and his wife Lita are among the missing, according to the gossip at Schaffner's general store. Even the expedition to map Arkham's caves came to a bad end, and aside from Joe Mayer at the asylum, none of their bodies were found either. You step into the Arkham night and stomp some of the cold out from your limbs. Someone has to do something, and that someone, apparently, is us.
Alright.
When there are 3 or more clues on the scenario sheet, discard all clues from the scenario sheet and flip this card. So that's our first goal, to research 3 clues on the scenario sheet. Finally, we've got The Hunger Below. With every fog-haunted night, Arkham is struck by more strange disappearances. Almost human footprints are found in the soft earth of the Protestant graveyard. Skulking figures are spotted climbing Hangmans Hill. And in the back rooms and secret chambers, citizens of Arkham gather for a dark purpose. The scent of fear is heavy in the air. As is a growing sense of anticipation. Something is coming, something that you feel in the back of your mind where your ancient ancestors felt the approach of predators that were too terrible to fight. And it simply here says, when there is 8 or more doom on the scenario sheet, flip this card. So 3 clues before 8 doom. That doesn't sound too hard, right? The odds are, the numbers are in our favor there, it seems like.
You say
Super
that.
easy.
So before we start, we do spawn 1 doom at the general store. Could you place 1 here with all of us? And then it's on us to investigate.
Okay.
Who's got a plan?
So I have 4 lore on Agnes. I think that makes her the best, or one of the best among us at getting rid of Doom, right?
Probably. Yeah, I've got 3.
Okay.
I've got
Got
4 after I get some focus.
Alright, then I will test my lore.
That is
Whoa!
4 successes. It's pretty good.
Doom's gone.
Yeah.
Should I move towards a clue or stick around and help with this?
I'm thinking that I'll go after you and see if I can just take out that hooded stalker.
Okay.
There is still a vicious glutton down here in Hangman's Hill.
I don't know if I want to go. I'm not a fighter, so I think I will head towards a non-fighting clue and go this way. 1, 2.
Okay. And you can flip over your token to mark that you've gone. So I'll go ahead and let Duke lead the way to the hooded stalker. I'll engage him. I just need 1 hit to take him out. And Duke gives me +1 strength as part of an attack action, so I will attack it as my second action. 2 successes will kill it.
I'll go. I'm going to move Daniela to Hangman's Hill, and I'm going to fight this vicious glutton. Ooh, he's ugly.
He's a ghoul.
4 and 2, I get no hits.
Yeah, okay. Good start. But at least it's not going to chase us down and get us.
Yeah, that's true. He's my glutton.
That leaves you, man.
Well, since Ryan is engaging that monster, I'm going to head over for the clue.
Okay.
And then I will...
Yeah.
Okay, I'll focus my observation.
Alright, it's the enemy phase, so any enemies make their attacks. So Ryan, your
Yes.
ghoul, down in the lower left and right corner, there's damage and or horror printed. That's how much you take.
There's 1 heart and 1 horror.
So you take 1 horror and 1 damage.
Okay.
There's no rolls, it's just simply, it just smacks you.
Okay.
And it's the encounter phase.
And let's just go in order. I will go first then.
Okay.
So,
You're in Southside.
The church is filled with inspirational artwork, and you get so engrossed that you are unaware of how late it has become. You recover 4 sanity and become delayed.
Ooh.
Well,
if only I was insane.
the church bell pulls you from your reverie. Test will.
Rebecca, you and your reverie.
Yikes, we're not off to a good start.
Nope, so you don't pass, so nothing more.
These dice are
Okay.
cold.
Okay, so if you can read me.
Yes, you are at St. Mary's Hospital.
Yes.
The hospital is too busy, and none of the regular doctors or nurses have any time for you. An old Chinese man proposes acupuncture. You may spend $2 to have him stick you with needles.
I'm gonna go with no, because I don't need any health recovery or anything, and it feels like that might be where we're going.
It's actually not where that was going, but it's not the end of the world.
Okay.
Okay, Ash Hat. You are in the graveyard.
I sure am.
A canine figure lurks by an open grave, gnawing on a severed limb. You lose a mighty roar. Test mind.
Test my will. Okay. I pass.
If you pass, the ghoul flees and leaves behind the remains of its meal. You gain 1 remnant.
Cool. I think that does it for our encounters, right?
Yeah.
Okay, our first mythos phase. 2 tokens each from this bag, starting with our leader.
Ugh.
Go ahead and take a
First
look.
token is Doom.
Doom, alright. From the bottom card of this deck, we're adding a Doom to Ma's boarding house in Southside.
We're adding a do. Ryan, that's your go. Dispersal of the tokens.
Alright, and then a clue.
Sweet. Clue spawns in Downtown. So I'll have a second one there. You can shuffle that into the top 3 cards of Downtown while Rebecca goes.
Okay. I got Reckoning.
Okay, so any Reckoning effects trigger. The only one I see, unless anyone has any possessions with Reckonings, is Umordhoth has a Reckoning. It says place 1 Doom on this sheet. So,
Aw, man.
Yep. That's 1 out of 8.
And news. Dream expert found dead. Foul play suspected. Dr. Ephraim Ziviglinger, MD, PhD, dead in his home. Doctor strangled to death by his own hand?
Ooh.
By Amelia Baxter. Test will. I have 2 of those. Oh, I passed.
Success.
Yeah, that went well.
Okay, you suffer 3 horror. Prevent. Oh, should I finish reading that? Prevent 1 horror for each success you rolled. So I suffer 1 horror.
Okay.
But that's okay because one of my cards is activated by having 1 horror.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm actually happy about that.
Except you would have to have a clue to get any benefit from that.
Rebecca doesn't have a clue.
What? It says once per round after you suffer 1 or more horror, you may research 1 clue.
And that's where you take a
So-
clue that you have and put it onto the scenario.
Yeah, but this is just me prepping for that.
Okay, it's me. It's a Doom. Could you add a Doom to the Black Cave, please, up here in Rivertown? And we're spawning a clue with the card from the top of the deck in Easttown. And this will get shuffled into the top 3 cards of Easttown.
Nothing.
Yay.
Lucky.
And news.
Alright, here's a headline.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Opinion. Our choices have placed us on this path. New civic engagement required. Advertiser deserves its share of blame. Place 2 Doom in your space unless you gain a Dark Pact condition.
I would say go with Doom. Dark packs can be scary.
I
Dark.
think with you 2 over there, you could both go get rid of Doom pretty easily. How's your lore? You guys are about the same.
But 4 Doom triggers that terrible thing.
Oh, is that?
Yeah,
I
so-
couldn't, I'm sorry, I couldn't see. I
yes.
didn't realize there was another one
So
on there.
he'd be moving it up to 3 Doom at the location.
Ooh.
Dark Pacts do work exactly like they do in Eldritch, where every Reckoning you're going to roll a die, and on a 1 you flip it, and it's awful.
And it's the very beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to start off the game with that big of a handicap.
Alright, let's do 2 Doom. We're there, we can fix it.
You're there. You can fix it.
Well, I have a monster.
Oh, that's true.
Oh.
Ooh.
Alright.
I
You
can
might need a
come
little help.
assist.
Are we rotating leadership, or just is it staying to one person?
You are the lead of the whole game.
All right.
In this game. So you stand back up if you're going to go first. What else you got?
But the move is my action, so I guess I'm done.
Okay.
I can go next. I'm going to move over here and see what I can do about warding.
Cool.
I've got 3. And I pass 1.
1 success. You lose one different location. Nice job.
Okay.
Alright. I think I'm gonna make my way up to downtown because there's 2 clues there and no one else is near it. Ryan, do you have that monster under control?
Yeah. I mean, I hadn't heard it at all. Why don't I just fight the monster?
Yeah,
No.
Why don't you go first?
So I'll focus my strength. And that's 1 hit.
Okay, 1 damage to it. 1 health left on that. That guy's being stubborn.
Yeah.
Ooh, did we pick up fighters? Who's our fighters? You 2 are our fighters.
Yeah, kind of. I could really use like a gun if I'm gonna do any fighting.
We do have a gun for sale.
Yeah. Where do we get items here? The Historical Society, Independent Square way up there. The problem is I don't have any money.
Yeah, the gun's $4.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to think long term a little bit. Sorry, Ryan, I think I'm gonna leave you with your ghoul. And I'm gonna spend $1 to move 3 spaces up to La Bella Luna, where I can see that the encounters tend to grant money.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone's gone?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's the enemy phase. It hits you for 1-on-1.
But if you go to a store, because you have the opportunity to get more money, if you go to a store, then you can buy a gun to have a bigger gun to the fight.
And Hangmans Hill is another place where, as part of your encounter, you might end up getting items.
Well, I'd have to have an encounter.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah. We'll get that guy. We'll get that monster.
Well, he doesn't encounter. I guess I will encounter.
Yeah, you've got...
I'm
Where are
okay.
you? You're on the Historical Society.
Clue.
Ooh.
Okay. You meet a stranger looking through old geographic surveys. You gain 1 ally.
Ryan, would you hand him the top card of that blue deck?
1 ally.
Ooh, before you continue, I got Sachiko Higa. She's a pugilist. I get +2 strength as part of an attack option. I now have 4 strength.
Oh, we were just talking about fighters. Huh.
I might be your new fighter.
Agnes the Brawler, alright.
You believe even older surveys exist. You may spend 1 remnant to gain access to these documents. But you don't, so we're going to stop there.
Bummer.
That's it? I don't test anything? Oh, rough.
Hey,
Well, I got Sachiko, so...
that's a pretty good outcome to an encounter. And nothing horrible happened. Rebecca, yours is going to be at Hangman's Hill?
Yes.
A haggard man is sitting on the hill, eating the petals of witchweed flowers. He laughs when he sees you and says, "Tell me a story or listen to mine. Show me a marvel, my good fortune's thine." You may spend 1 focus to play along.
Okay, let's play along.
He tells you terrifying truths. I'm not sure how this follows, but it says, he tells you terrifying truths, you become blessed.
Yay!
Blessed by terrifying truths.
And then you can take my focus back. Blessed condition. While resolving a test, 4s, 5s, and 6s count as successes.
Nice.
After you fail a test, discard this card.
Yeah, so as long as you keep passing, you'll keep passing even more.
Okay, and if I get cursed, I can discard this card instead of the curse.
Right, yeah. And I am downtown in La Bella Luna.
I was like, none of this says downtown. La Bella Luna. The goon doesn't want to let you into the Clover Club beneath the restaurant. You tell him you're here to see Naomi O'Banion. Test influence.
Oh, good. I've got 1 of those. And I pass.
1's all you
Wow.
need. If you pass, a few games at the card tables let you turn in a profit, gain $3.
Sweet. Could you help me with that, please?
I think that's everyone.
I think so, which
Yep.
takes us back to Mythos, starting with Scott.
Alright. Roll 2 again. Hopefully they're good. Nothing. Sweet. And doom.
We're adding a doom to... Oh. I've never seen this before. This one has 2 locations marked on this card.
For doom?
Yeah.
So we get to choose the lesser of 2 evils?
I'm pretty sure it
or
means
we have
both.
To put on both.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
So this is in the East Town neighborhood, way far away from all of us. A doom on Hibbs Roadhouse and 1 on the police station.
Ooh, 2 on the police station.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Ooh, what's this guy?
You found us a monster.
You're welcome.
Yeah, a ghoul acolyte. Spawns at the unstable space, which I believe right now is the police station. Not terribly tough.
And blank.
Ooh.
And I spawn a monster. I found an abyssal servant. It spawns at the street nearest its prey, and its prey is the investigator with the most clues. Nobody?
No one has clues.
This one's tough.
You're nearest the most clues.
Thankfully, I don't think that counts. The question is, who wants to deal with this is the toughest enemy we've drawn yet.
Who's our strongest fighter?
Currently, Agnes.
Yes.
Good old Aggie.
I guess put it near me with whichever street you want.
Okay. If I manage to get a clue, it will chase me all the way across the board because I have the most clues. So we could also
you should get a clue. That's
do my best. But first, the last token in the bag is Gate Burst. This is where we take the top card of the deck, Rivertown, place a doom in all 3 spots.
put 1 in.
And if I can do it without screwing up too badly,
We're spreading out this doom.
and we're going to shuffle these cards up and put them back on the bottom of the deck. This is what I'm shuffling up, by the way, is mostly Rivertown, so that's going to get hammered.
Gate burst.
Ryan, so threatening.
All right, put them all back in the bag for Ryan.
No more doom.
Ooh. I thought we were doing so well.
Nothing.
Right.
Right.
Gate burst.
That's a reckoning.
Reckoning.
So we usually put doom on the sheet.
Reckoning.
Yeah, so we put 1 doom on the sheet. If you can hand me one, please. We're at 2 out of 8.
And the next winner is Clue.
All right. A clue in Uptown, which is down at the bottom of the board, ironically. Okay, back to investigating. We've got 4 spots on the board with 2 doom. So that all looks pretty rough. I can go try to fight that ghoul acolyte, and if I succeed, which is a slight long shot, but I might, then I'll be at the police station, where I have a shot at getting items, and there's doom.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Hiking over to the police station, the ghoul acolyte just needs 2 hits, no subtraction to strength. And Duke gives me +1, so total of 4 dice. Come on, 2 successes. 1 success. Great. Okay, that's it for me.
I'm gonna fight the vicious glutton,
Do it.
which is going to be 3 die. I just need 1. And I got 2. He's dead!
Finally.
Yay!
Vicious glutton! Deceased!
Did you get anything for killing him?
You do. So there's this icon up here which says you get a remnant when you kill it.
Ooh, a remnant was...
Tentacle one.
That purple thing that's mixed in with the clues.
Nope, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like a gear to me. It is a purple thing.
Sure is. That leaves you with an action left.
Yes! Award.
Okay, go ahead.
Test
yeah.
lore. Lore. I got 1.
Okay, take a doom off. Very nice.
I'll let you go first.
Okay. Well, I was going to ward Yeah, I'm going to stay where I am. I'm going to focus 1 lore, and then I'll ward. And I got 1 success.
Perfect.
All I needed.
All right. Uptown is completely clear
So
of
we
doom.
cleared it out.
Yeah, hopefully we just get these
For
2
now.
clues and leave now.
Yeah.
Don't have to come back for a while.
Alright, I'm gonna spend $1 and move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3.
I like it.
And then I will ward. So I need 4 lore. 2 successes.
2.
Very nice.
Perfect.
And anytime you get 2 doom off in the same ward action, you get a remnant.
Oh, nice. Can I get one of the gears, please?
Yes, you may.
Because you
Tentacle
asked,
time.
you asked for it properly.
You probably don't know this, but that's a reference to an Arkham Horror podcast.
What?
Tentacle Time. It's
Oh.
a segment on their podcast.
Didn't know that.
Hi, Mythos Busters. Okay, yeah, everyone's gone. Enemies acts. So no one has clues, so we just choose who this abyssal
Yeah,
servant moves
still,
towards.
still send it towards me.
Okay.
That's fine for now.
How many spaces is it?
Its speed is 2, so it's gonna go 1, 2. It's right on your heels.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep moving and it will find you.
Who's up? Yeah.
So Ryan will get to do his first encounter.
It's my first encounter.
So you're in Uptown?
Yeah.
In which one? What is the space?
Hangman's Hill.
Hangman's Hill. Alright, Hangman's Hill. A woman lights candles all throughout the old graveyard, but only criminals and witches are interred here. Test will.
Luckily, my will is 3, bitches. I do not pass.
You failed, so you avoid the place. That's
Great. That's
Okay.
probably true to life.
So you're in Riverton?
Riverton in the graveyard. Come on, clue.
It is not a clue. Graveyard. The groundskeeper, Leonard Coburn, asks you to dig a fresh grave. Either test your strength to get the job done quickly or become delayed to take your time.
Gonna test the strength. But I don't get Sachiko to help me dig this grave, so it's
No.
only 2. Damn you, Sachiko, you're so lazy. Success!
Oh.
If you pass, you uncover something strange. You gain 1 remnant and $3.
Ooh, you rich.
Yeah, jackpot. Min is also in Hangman's Hill with a chance of a clue.
Okay.
Something has dug up graves, taking the bodies and leaving long buried objects. You gain 1 common item.
Oh,
Go ahead and choose one.
what am I offering?
So I added the Elder Sign Amulet after the last one.
Yeah, maybe I'll go with this just to keep Ryan sane.
That was actually only the first 2 out of 6 lines.
Oh.
Wow.
Now the ghoul has returned!
No.
Test your strength.
Strength is 2. And I do not
It's
pass.
a big fail.
Yeah, and you don't want to reroll?
Hint, hint.
Well, yeah, because if I fail, I lose this card. So I will reroll in exchange for my focus.
There you
Come on.
3 options.
Oh. Alright. If you fail, it rips your flesh. You suffer 1 damage and 1 horror.
Oof.
And the clue
And
is
then-
getting shuffled back
Was
in.
that a test?
Yes, that was a
Okay,
test.
so I lose this card now. But I like that card so much.
So because the ghoul acolyte's on me, no encounter for me.
Alright. Mythos phase?
Mythos face, go ahead.
Let's do 2 again. There you go.
Okay.
And number 1 is Doom.
Doom lands in Ma's boarding house down here in Southside.
It's
He's
outside.
not allowed to leave. And the second one is news.
Okay, here's your headline.
Okay. Why even go on anymore? Opinion. Everything hopeless. Period. The end draws near. Period. Advertiser's final issue? So that newspaper's not doing well.
No.
And then headline. You roll 1 die. 6. You suffer total amount of damage and or horror equal to the die result.
Oh no!
The 1 time a 6 is bad.
You choose how to split the die result between damage and horror. So,
50-50.
can I put some of that damage on Sachiko?
You can, yeah. She has room for 4 damage and 1 horror.
Kill.
I think I'm going to give her 2 damage. So that leaves 4. So then I'll take 2 and 2.
Okay.
That math adds up.
That was rough.
Yeah. Whew.
Yeah, that was mean.
This dice flipped it into a 6. This is the cursed dice.
This is why no one reads the paper.
Right. Got a doom.
In the Black Cave, which is our 3rd doom on that space.
Row. And a clue.
Cool. And we get a clue in Easttown. Up there by me.
Stone.
I got a headline.
Please be better than the one I got.
Nope. Maybe it's better. Night terrors terrify nightly. Bad dreams, sleepwalking afflict county. Sleepers sometimes injure selves or others. 2 deaths reported so far. I test my willpower, and I suffer 3 damage prevented by each success that I roll. 1 success, so hand me 2 damage, please. And we'll let Duke take one of those for me.
No, not Duke.
I know, but that's what he's there for. Waking me up when I have night terrors. And we're spawning doom. In the graveyard. Agnes, you're doomed again.
Nothing. I'm the best at this.
You are.
Yay.
And come on, double nothing. Nothing!
Wow.
Pro mythos drawer there. Okay, guys, we're back to investigating. We've gotten how many clues so far?
0.
0.
So you guys should stay where you are, I think.
Yeah, well, I've got a ghoul that. Why don't I go ahead and try to finish it off?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, I will attack it. Duke helps, so I'm rolling 4 dice and just need 1 success. There's 1.
You got 1.
Okay, the ghoul acolyte is dead, and I get a remnant, please.
The gear.
And there's 2 doom on the police station, so I think I'll just ward it. With my 3 lower. No successes. Cool, that's my turn.
Well, I want to help a friend out, and since Ryan and I are in the same space, I'm going to, as an action, take one of your, or help you recover 1 of your sanity.
Yes.
You're reading him a fairy tale?
Oh yes, by reading you Grimm's fairy tales.
Which fairy tale?
It doesn't say, so Snow White.
Oh.
That's a good one. Yeah, that would make you feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then as my next action, I guess I'll focus on some observation.
Would you like to go? Or are you going to stick around?
Well, I'm going to stick around, so I'll go. It'll be quick. I'm going to gather resources, which also allows me to focus a skill, because that's my character's ability. I'm going to focus observation, since I have very little.
If you stay in the space,
Yeah, so looking
I
at...
can help you out with rerolls,
Ah.
potentially.
Oh, that's true. And I'm looking at the other spaces. You could consider going to the hospital where the encounter might have you spend money to recover health, which wouldn't hurt. And the magic shop has you spend money to gain spells, which I don't know that you're interested in.
How can you help me with rerolls?
A forgotten asset of mine is once per round, while resolving a task, you or another investigator in your space may reroll dice up to the number of clues you have in your neighborhood.
Cool.
So, 2.
Alright, might as well just stay put. I will do a basic focus action, and I will increase lore. That's pretty important.
So for my turn, I will go to the Black Cave and try and ward off Doom,
Sweet.
which is lore. So I need 4.
Got
2.
2.
Sweet.
Good enough.
And you get a remnant.
See you later, lore.
And a gear, please.
Boom.
Those are piling up for you. You should start casting some spells.
Is that what they do?
So spells in this game always just flat out do horror to you, or you can spend remnants instead of taking the horror.
Mm.
So the Abyssal Servant moves It's heading towards the person with the most clues.
Still have no clues.
Yeah.
So we don't have to actually put him on anybody. Let's just put him...
Let's just send it up towards me.
Okay.
He moves 2.
Yeah.
Good. I did not want him.
He's 1 space from you, though.
He is. So I'm going to try to... I don't really have a game plan, but I'll probably be okay. I have a lot of health.
A member of a corpse-stealing conspiracy confesses. You gain 1 clue from your neighborhood.
Finally!
Score. Well, that guy's going after you for sure
You
now.
tell him that you can contact his friends. Test influence.
Oh. 1 die. I pass.
Yeah.
He gives you something as thanks. You gain 1 common item.
Sweet. Well, we've established that abyssal servant is hunting me down, so I think I'm going to go for the gun. So I'll take the 45 automatic, which gives me +3 strength as part of an attack action. Scott, you're in the Black Cave?
Sure, I'll go.
Clue encounter. Black Cave. You find a crude altar dedicated to a ghoul deity. You gain 1 clue from your neighborhood.
Woo! Nice.
The stone is covered in alien ruins. Test your lore.
Nice.
Everything's going well for you.
No, it's not.
Except this.
If you fail, ghouls pounce before you finish. You suffer 2 damage.
Ooh, you might need to
Ooh,
hit.
hold on. I'm going to cast a spell. Flesh Ward. Once per round, if you, another investigator, or an ally on any space would suffer damage, you may test lore, prevent damage equal to your test result.
Great.
So I only need, so I'll tap that. And I suffer horror, but I could spend a remnant to not suffer horror.
Exactly.
So I will do that. Only needed 2. I got 1, so I will suffer 1 damage.
Okay, spent a remnant to prevent 1 damage. That's probably good.
So Chico, you're taking some hits.
Ooh, she's down to 1 hit point. Okay, Rebecca, you're still at Hangman's Hill? No clue here still. You find a trap door under the moldering runner in the decaying church, but it's warped and stuck shut. Test your strength.
My strength is 2. And I pass.
You discover laboratory equipment in a secret basement and the remains of some strange creature. You gain 1 remnant.
Okay.
Nice. Ryan's
Also-
last, alright.
Also in Hangman's Hill.
Clue encounter. A night god grabs you and carries you high into the air. Test will.
Will. That's 3. Pass.
Sweet. You remain calm until it sets you down safely near its nest of collected treasures. You gain 1 common item and 1 clue from your neighborhood.
Oh, what a
Whoa.
treat!
Ooh.
Yeah, here's your clue. And help yourself to a common item from the display.
Okay, well, I've heard good things about the pocket watch. Yes.
What-
It allows me to have 3 actions instead of 2 going forward.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Okay, is that everyone's encounter?
It is.
Yeah, I think we're all on the white side.
Yeah, Mythos time?
Alright. 2. Here you go.
Okay.
And the first one is...
Gate burst.
Sorry.
burst.
There we go.
Oh, and this is the worst spot for it too. Rivertown, where so much doom's already been hitting. 1 more doom in every space of Rivertown.
Oof.
And then we're shuffling these up.
So doom it up. Right.
We are doomed.
Feeling that way, but we got some clues out here now.
Yeah, at least we have some clues.
Collected.
Okay. And a monster.
You have brought upon us an eyeless watcher. It spawns at the unstable space. There currently isn't one because we just got rid of the discard pile from the gate burst, so it's considered to be the starting space for the game. So this eyeless watcher is at the general store. I remember this one from our previous game. Do you recall this?
I don't specifically.
It's the one that, it's a watcher, which means that when it engages you, it actually does not stop you from doing other things besides fighting and everything. It just attaches to you and does a horror every round until you feel like killing it.
Ah.
Yeah.
Does it chase anybody? Like the Abyssal Servant?
Actually, yes. It moves towards and tries to engage the person with the lowest influence, which is me.
Ooh.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay, well I got another monster.
Alright. A flesh eater spawns at the unstable space. It's going to move towards the person with the highest strength.
I've got 2.
I have 4, I guess.
I have 4.
I don't think your +2 to in combat counts for this,
he
so
has the
this is going to chase you, Ryan, and it's also spawning at the general store.
Okay, and last one, Blake.
Is that literally the last
Yeah.
one? Refill the bag? Okay. I hate having the fresh bag.
So many bad options in there.
I got a headline. Church leaders bless city. Catholic, Protestant, Greek, Jewish faith leaders unite. Response to sightings of demons, satanic rites. I test will and resolve an effect depending on my results. So 3 will. No successes. 0 here says spawn 1 monster in your space.
rough.
Ooh.
Yeah, thanks church leaders. A creeping ghoul is engaged with me now. It's pretty rough. Alright, I'm glad I got a gun. And I still have 1 more to go. It's a reckoning. Is there anything besides Umordhoth's reckoning? I don't think so.
Nope.
Alright, so let's place a doom on Umordhoth.
What's our limit? 8?
8
Okay.
is what we want to avoid, yeah. Alright, well,
Every time I think we're doing better, it just gets slightly worse.
Right.
at least we have clues. We're moving towards victory instead of just treading water.
To doom.
Okay, so we spawn Doom. In the Black Cave. Here with Agnes, that's convenient.
Oh, that's a clue.
They're
There.
double-sided.
Oh, so we have a lot more than I thought. Thought we were about to run out. And nothing!
You draw all the
Yay,
blanks.
King of nothing.
I have a power that triggers whenever I draw a blank, and I can't get one for the life of me. Okay, so we are back to the investigation phase, and we are swarmed by monsters. What are we doing about it?
So I'm going to go first. And I'm going to try and get rid of as much doom as possible on the square I'm on with lore. Nothing.
Oh,
Oof.
yeah, that
Can I
hurts.
do that again?
It's rough.
Alright, well I'm going to run away here. And the reason is that when the monster phase comes around, I'm going to have this guy chase me. Since we can still direct which way he goes.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
So whoever wants to go next after that failure.
Why don't I see how my fight with my ghoul goes? I'm going to shoot my gun at it and sick a duke at it, so I have a total of 7 strength. You know what, I'll focus strength too, please, if you could hand me that. Thanks, the first action, focus. A total of 8, and then I'm testing strength -1, so 7. Thank you. 3 hits will kill it. That's the dream. That is 1 hit.
One hit.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Wanna
Okay.
Reroll one? Or?
Not if it's not going to finish it
Yeah.
off. So, I need a damage for the ghoul, please, and that's my turn.
Oh man, we're not doing well.
Okay.
No, this is going poorly.
Can you move through a monster space without picking the monster space up?
No,
or
you
the
can't.
monster up?
Nope.
Yeah. That changes my plan.
Yeah, they do really restrict your movement when they start to get all over the city like this.
Do you want to try and put your clue on the board?
I was thinking about that.
Oh yeah, a monster is coming after you too.
Oh yeah, this flesh eater is hunting you. As
So
the person
maybe it's
with axe,
better
right?
to just go to him.
Get him head on.
You
Well,
could-
because does it engage both at the same time?
Yeah, they'll both engage you. This eyeless watcher is the one that just hangs out doing 1 horror per turn. Like it's not a rush to kill it. It doesn't stop you from doing other things you want to do. So you could move in, try to kill this flesh eater. It just takes 2 hits to kill it, and then ward or something if you.
Well, if he goes in and fights it, and potentially kills it with the Watcher on him, Min could come behind and use her thing to get rid of his horror.
True.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like probably the plan. Okay, so I will move into
The general store.
the general store and
So
pick
you
up my monsters.
Yeah, you found the eyeless watcher and the flesh eater.
So I'm going to fight the flesh eater, which has 2 strength, and I have 4. And I hit it once.
Okay. Any interest in rerolling or anything to go for the kill?
Alright. Can I get rid of anything?
Yeah, any focus can be a reroll.
Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of lore. And not kill it.
Okay.
Then I have
Okay.
one more still because I have my pocket watch.
Yes, but since you have the monster on you, it has to be, and you've already fought, it has to be focus or evade.
Okay, well I can just focus and get my lore back.
Yes.
Alright.
Okay.
Who does that leave?
So then it was suggested that maybe I follow Ryan so we can help cure him a little bit because he might be taking some damages. Well, at least his sanity.
Yeah.
And you can...
He's gonna take 2 horror in the next round.
I'm more worried about the doom than his sanity, though.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, like, next turn she could help him. Like, now
Yeah.
she could go and ward.
Yeah, so I'll follow him.
Okay.
And then I'll ward. So I've got 3. I get rid of 1.
Okay.
And that's... yeah, that's my turn.
That's it. Okay, Monsters Act. I have the Creeping Ghoul hitting me for 2 damage and 1 horror. Ow. Ryan, what hits do you take over there?
2 horror and 1 damage. So I'm at 3 out of 5 horror.
So you 2 don't get encounters.
Well, first, we still have the Abyssal Servant, which is going to chase you.
Yeah.
Right, you're-
Chase me.
You're one of us with the most clues. Okay, yeah, Ryan and I both don't get encounters, so what is yours, Rebecca?
I'm on Riverton General Store.
You kick at the rats, trying to uncover what the horrid swarm is so interested in. Test your strength.
Strength is 2. And I fail.
The rats bite and gnaw at your legs. You suffer 1 damage.
I'll take it.
I'm downtown.
At La Bella Luna.
La Bella Luna. Okay, you don't know what you did to insult the guy, but the next thing you know, you're getting a wine bottle crashed across your fizz.
Fizz?
P-H-I-Z.
Oh, I never.
What slang term is that?
That's new to me.
I'm guessing you're hacking. Hey, someone shouts. How about you pick on someone your own size? Soon you both land face down in the street. You suffer 2 damages and gain 1 ally.
Alright. Okay. 2 damage and someone gets thrown out of the bar with you.
Who's my new ally? I have Alice Lexley, police detective. Once per round while resolving a test, I may roll an additional die for each clue I have, and 1 for each clue in my neighborhood. And she has 3 strength and 2 horror. I'm just stocking up on allies right now. So.
I remember her from Mansions of Madness. She turned into a Loiger. So keep your eye on her.
Oh, jeez. Alright, Alice, you're on thin ice. I'm gonna need some healing soon, jeez.
You're not alone in
I
that.
can only do sanity.
It's already Mythos time.
Alright, here we go. And the first 2 are clue.
Okay. We spawn a clue in Uptown. Back here where everyone left.
Oh, good.
I think between us we have enough clues, we just need to get them.
Right. We actually do have 3 clues.
And another monster.
Another ghoul acolyte spawns at the unstable space, which is the Black Cave. This one actually doesn't pursue anybody or move at all. Just every enemy phase, it places a doom on its space.
Oh,
And
we
there's
don't-
already 3.
Yeah, so that's actually a terrible place for that to have spawned.
Oh no.
So we gotta deal with it.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, I've got Doom.
Doom spawns at Ma's boarding house, a 3rd one down here. Oh, that's me.
And a clue.
Another clue in Uptown.
Wait, where's that?
Yeah, way down here. Hey, a blank for once.
What happens?
So my dark dreams say that when I draw a blank Mythos token, I may suffer 1 horror to focus a skill of my choice and spawn 1 clue. I think I will. Even though I'm starting to... Well, Duke still has lots of room to take horror, so sure, if you'll hand me a horror, please. And then we're spawning a clue in Easttown, which is my neighborhood. And a headline. Oh, watch this just outright kill me. Occult activity threatens city. Old house demolished after purchase by Silver Twilight Lodge. Workmen found sinister altar and shrine. Looked satanic, says one. I choose one. I either place one doom in my space or spawn one monster in my space. I can't take another monster right now. It's gonna have to be a third doom at the police station.
No.
Yeah.
But you're doing so good cleaning it up. Doom.
Doom appears in Rivertown at the Black Cave. That's number 4.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Ruh-roh.
So what the Outbreak Codex card tells us is, if a space has 4 or more doom, remove 3 of that doom, and then place 1 doom in each other space in that neighborhood, and 1 doom on the scenario sheet. So I'll take... Shoot, I forgot that place 1 doom in each other part of the neighborhood. I thought it was just remove 3 dooms so that it kind of like set us back to normal, but no. Alright, that's 4 doom on Umordhoth.
Okay.
And 1 more token.
Gate burst.
Gate burst. Okay, it's a good draw. It's in Uptown, so 1 doom in each of these spots. There's nothing in that whole neighborhood.
Okay.
And we will reset this. Cool. Our turn.
I'm gonna go first.
Oh.
It's time to take this monster on.
Oh yeah, take
Okay.
that, Abyssal Servant.
Alright. So Chico, you need to help me.
So you're just doing a combat test against it?
Yep. And I'm gonna use Alice. And take a 5th one.
Okay.
Well, you're testing -1 strength, so you take off. Sorry.
Yeah.
Damn it. 1 success.
Alright, there's a damage. It's progress.
We'll get there.
Rebecca, do you have a plan?
Well, I'll tell Ryan another fairy tale and heal one of his sanity.
What
Great.
fairy tale?
Sleeping Beauty?
Love that one.
Okay.
Really makes me feel good.
Good. And then I guess I'll ward.
Sure.
One.
1 success. Cool, cool. I've got a creeping ghoul on me. My observation's actually pretty solid, so I'm going to start by trying to evade it, so that if I fail to kill it, it won't hit me for a million.
You want to try with 8 again?
I will after I evade it. If you succeed at evading, you get another action, so it doesn't even like cost an action. And I succeed, so it is at least evaded. It's still at my location, it's just not engaged with me. And I can still now shoot it with my gun and my dog.
Okay.
Okay.
You can shoot it with your dog.
I'm shooting it with my dog. I'm rolling 7 total dice after it's -1. Thank you. There we go. 3 more successes.
3.
Blows it up. I think I get a remnant.
You
Yes. And I still have 1 action because the evade was a freebie. So I'm going to try and ward that police station. 3 lore. 1 success. We'll remove 1 doom.
I will fight my flesh eater. I have 4 strength. And I hit it once, which is all I needed.
Cool.
So that guy's dead. And I get a remnant.
Yes.
And then can I fight another guy, or I can't fight again at all?
Can't fight again at all.
He could evade him.
You could try to evade that. You'd be rolling 1 die.
Evade or focus.
But I don't have to evade him, right? Can't I just...
Yeah, that's a watcher, meaning
Oh,
he
you
can do
can't
other
evade.
things.
Okay.
Yeah, he can do other things.
I think I'm going to move here to try to get 3 off the board.
Sweet. Oh yeah, and you have 3 total actions.
Yeah.
Great.
So I'm moving there. And then I'm going to test lore.
Yep.
Which is 4 for me right now. And I don't get anything.
Oh.
I could re-roll. I'll re-roll one.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Did it.
Yay.
well done. And that's everyone, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so enemies on us do their damage in horror. Oh, Scott, another 1 damage, 2 horror.
Yep.
Okay, and you took your
Probably
horror.
need some healing.
And the Ghoul Acolyte's a lurker. It just places a doom at the unstable space. Sorry, I thought it was in its space, but I'm looking at it again at whatever the unstable space is at that time, which currently with no discard pile is the general store. So until we get that, doom just reigns on the board. Okay, encounters. Want to give me the police station, Ryan?
A pile of evidence has been confiscated from a ring of grave robbers. You attempt to stealthily acquire their findings. Test observation.
Alright. I pass.
If you pass, you gain 1 common item and 1 clue from your neighborhood.
Great. I'll take that clue. I have 2 clues now. I should get to researching.
Yes.
And I'll take a peek at these. Okay, so I'm taking the leather coat, which can take 3 damage and helps me out with evading.
Rivertown, in the graveyard. Someone grabs you from behind. You struggle with your attacker, hardly able to see them in the moonless night. Strength.
4. No.
You catch a brief glimpse of their alien face. You suffer 1 horror.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's...
That's 4 out of 5.
Wait, Ryan, you did take one off earlier when I healed
Yeah.
your... Okay.
Yes, I did.
He's taking one every round from that watcher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, great.
Okay, so the street one?
Yeah, Scott is in the streets.
Oh, I don't get one.
Oh, you don't get... Oh, because you have a
Yes,
monster. My bad.
That's right. Then Rebecca's at the general store. You swap some boasts and tall tales with Mr. Haddle and the other old geezers playing checkers by the pot-bellied stove. Eventually, Davy Schaffner comes over and asks you if you're planning to buy anything, or if you'd all kindly be quiet and leave. You may buy any number of common items from the display.
Anything for $3?
The occult scripture, you get +2 observation as part of a research action.
That's not common, right?
I have Curiotone. Never
Oh.
mind. I apologize. So no.
Yeah. Yeah, bummer, no options in the
I
display.
am poor.
Yeah. Okay, well, again, anytime nothing horrible happens, it's kind of a win.
Okay. That's true.
Are we ready?
Bring it on.
We're gonna die. Alright. Last 2. Here's the bag. Blank.
Okay.
And monster.
Oof. You found a ghoul priest. It spawns where the most doom is, which it looks like is Ma's boarding house. Oh, wow. Okay. It has lurker, meaning, again, it's not going to move, it's just going to do an ability. Each investigator suffers 1 damage. So every enemy phase until we kill this, everyone takes damage.
Oof.
Yeah.
Can't take it
Not
anymore.
good.
No, it's not good at all. I'm glad I got a leather coat.
Someone needs to go fight it. Unfortunately. Because I can't take any more damage.
Okay, well,
I mean, I can, but I'll lose my allies and I don't want to.
yeah.
1 clue?
The clue is downtown. Up there.
And another clue.
Also downtown. There are 4 clues there. We should consider getting some of them. Problem is, the clues always are in the place with no doom. So
Yeah.
we're getting pulled in completely different directions here. I got a blank, which again, I can take a... It has to be a direct horror, meaning I can't put it on any of my cards to focus a skill and spawn a doom. Yeah, I'll do it one more time. That's 4 out of 5 horror, but I can still put some on Duke. Ryan, could you hand me an observation focus? Because I'm going to work on researching these clues, I think. And we spawn a clue from my ability. It's in Southside. Could you do that?
Outside.
And I drew a doom, which is going to be at St. Mary's Hospital, right there.
Monster.
Reckoning.
Reckoning.
We're placing a doom on Umordhoth. That's 5 out of 8.
Oof, and no clues yet.
News. Give me that newspaper. It's curtains for Arkham. The longest running Arkham Playhouse closes, period. Final play, The King in Yellow. Bafo. What's Bafo?
We actually had a good discussion about this last video, I think. I think it means great.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. Mysterious goings on at the theater. Headline. You suffer 3 horror unless you place 2 doom in your space. Well, 3 horror will kill me.
Yeah. And
And
in
2
this,
doom gives doom to that.
if you die, you do respawn. But probably not dying is preferable.
If I die, does that add doom also?
Yeah.
No.
It's pretty much a doom or doom here are your options.
Is it better for me to respawn because I'm likely to die in the next turn or 2 if we delay it?
Well, does he loses everything if he respawns?
Yeah, you would lose your sweet pocket watch, but you don't have a whole lot else going for you.
Yeah.
I think you're.
He's got a clue, but I also have a clue.
I think I'd actually have to look up what happens with that clue. Does it just go away? It can't just drop here because there would be no card to get it.
Comment below and tell us what to do with the clue. After careful consideration, I have decided that I will keep Daniela Reyes alive for at least 1 more round, but I will have to place 3 doom on my space, which triggers...
Is it 3 doom?
Those are the wrong tokens.
Yes, a remnants. It's really 3 doom.
No,
Man.
2 doom.
I will place
Yes,
2
it's 2
doom. You can place it then. And then I will subtract 3
Yep, so we have an outbreak
and distribute.
and 1 onto the scenario. We're at 6 out of 8 and no clues.
Oof.
Remember how early on I was all like, oh, only 3 clues before 8 doom. We can do this.
You need to do some
Not
research,
going well.
sir.
Yeah,
Right?
that's the plan.
All of us should with clues.
Okay, that was everyone's Mythos tokens, right?
Yeah.
Back to our turns. Why don't I start with researching?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. I focused observation earlier so that I can hopefully succeed at this. 1 success. So I get to put 1 clue.
Do you want to
On
reroll one?
Oh, good question.
Or can you add?
Yeah, I would really like this action to get both these clues on here, so that's a good tip. And I don't need observation for a while if I succeed at this, so I'll discard the observation. Focus. Fail the reroll. I'll spend my strength focus too.
Woo!
Yeah.
Everything must go.
Oh.
2 is your number today.
Spend something else, Brandon.
I'm out of... Unless you want me to spend this clue for a reroll. then...
That would defeat the purpose.
Yeah, okay, well, I've got 1 clue on there. And I have 1 more action. I will ward the police station. Rerolling that cocked die. I fail miserably.
Great.
Now
Okay,
you're
good turn, Pete.
I'm gonna see. I'll go next. I'll see if Agnes will survive this evening.
Attacking your abyssal servant.
Tapping Alice again. One. Jesus.
Bitch won't die.
No, that's only 2 out of 4 damage. Well, you can try to evade it.
My observation is not good, and I don't know.
But if it's evade or die,
Alright,
what else are you going to do with this action?
Let's see. Let's try and evade.
No bueno.
All right. And you're just one street over from all those clues.
It's not the clues I'm worried about.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm going to ward the
Okay.
general store. I get 1.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna move over here to St. Mary's Hospital.
Cool. I like it. 3 clues in Uptown. You're bound to get one of
I
them.
want to get 1 so bad.
I'm gonna try researching.
Okay.
Oh, pass.
Oh, there's the double success I
Woo!
needed. Great. We got your clue on there.
So 2 more actions.
And now I will fight my eyeless watcher. Because otherwise it kills me this turn.
Yeah, you can also try to evade it.
Well,
It's a long shot.
You
Yeah,
only
I
get
can-
to
You-
1.
Yeah.
Do you still have 3 tasks? Because you could fight and then evade, or
Yeah,
evade
that's
and
my
then.
plan.
Okay.
Cool.
So I get 4 fight. Hit! Kill!
Whoa!
And you get a remnant out of that.
Boom.
Finally, the dices are hot for someone.
Right.
Very nice.
I forget, what are remnants for? None of us have used them for anything.
Scott has.
Spells, basically.
So I guess I will ward, which is lore.
Yeah.
And I take one off.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice round for you.
Monsters. I think we're down to. Oh, you have a servant on you. How are you handling that?
I will be testing more this.
Flesh warding it?
I will spend a remnant.
Oh.
Oof.
You don't prevent any damage.
I only needed 1 too. Alright, Alice, you take another one, and I'm gonna take 2 horror. I am almost dead.
Luckily, you've got that posse over there soaking up a lot of this. Or you would have been dead a long time ago.
Yeah, they'll be
Yeah.
taking my next horrors if I survive this.
Yeah. Okay, we have a lurker. The ghoul acolyte places 1 doom in the unstable space, which is St. Mary's Hospital. So actually we can add a 3rd doom down here. And the ghoul priest says each investigator suffers 1 damage. Encounter time.
Actually, you know what? I have this thing, I haven't been doing it.
What thing?
Heirloom of Hyperborea. After you cast a spell, you may focus 1 skill of your choice. I'm focusing the skill.
Oh, yeah.
You're focusing strength.
Good call.
Good call. Encounters?
Okay, who's first?
Scott, you're not going to need one. You're still...
Still monstered up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rebecca.
Uptail.
St. Mary's Hospital.
St. Mary's Hospital.
There's a clue here.
Ooh.
Dr. Mortimer does not have time for you unless you're a paying customer seeking care. You may spend $1 to pay his fee.
I think I'll do that. Oh, yeah.
The taxman cometh.
He stitches you up and recounts all the strange bites that he's seen lately. You or an ally recovers 3 health and you gain 1 clue from your neighborhood.
Okay.
You're fully healed and got a clue. That's pretty good.
Yay! I'll take it.
Let's get our research on next time.
Yeah, I'm at the police station still, Ryan.
Okay. Yes. Police station. As you're about to leave the station, Deputy Dingby stops you and accuses you of littering. Despite your protest that you didn't drop anything, he forces something you've never seen before into your hands. I seen you, he says. I seen you do it. You gain 1 common item with value 3 or less.
Hey, Duke is his own dog. I don't control where he poops. There's nothing in the display. I do get to just take the first thing that comes up from the deck. Which is Liquid Courage.
Ooh.
Too much and you lose your grip on reality. Too little and you only wish you had. It does 1 thing, it lets me put 2 horror on it, which actually I'm happy to have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, Ryan, what's your encounter?
Oh, I'm still in the graveyard.
Graveyard. The hairs on your neck stand on end. Test will.
Will is 3. Pass.
Okay. You communicate with a lonely ghost who directs you to tarnished silver coins and urges you to spend them well. You gain $3.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Alright, good job
Take
these
the
encounters,
bag.
team.
The 2 are Doom.
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 At the Black Cave. That's doom number 3 there.
Ooh.
Doom.
And newspaper.
Haha.
Masked Man Mystery. Strange visitor spotted on Arkham streets. Pedestrians note sinister air. Police advise do not approach. Choose another investigator in any space. Spawn one investigator in that investigator space. I'm sorry, not investigator. Spawn one monster in that investigator space.
That's worse.
It engages that investigator or another investigator in that space.
Who gets a monster?
I call not me.
Yeah, I could handle it if you want to give it to me.
But you have to research.
Yeah.
You or Min can research. How are you?
Yeah, Min.
Yeah, I can.
Min can
Close
research.
to death, but I could fight.
He's also close.
I'm not as close as Danielle is.
Alright, I'll give it to you.
It's rare that we sit here arguing for the monster.
What'd you get?
I got a flesh eater.
Ooh.
Alright, it's just kind of a medium ghoul.
I already fought that bastard.
You did. There's a wet crunching sound and the thing's shoulders quiver as it tears flesh from bone.
Well,
Cool,
I
your friend.
had
It's only 2.
eight
Hopefully
wet
you can
crunchy
hit
noises.
2, although we've been rolling singles lately. So.
Yeah, that's cool. I've got a gun and a dog to shoot.
Okay.
Gate burst in Southside. Alright, a doom in each of these 3 spots. Ma's boarding house is in trouble.
And a monster.
Oh.
That was not a good one.
This is a new one. Nightmarish Fiend.
Ooh.
It spawns at the street nearest its prey, which is the person with the lowest willpower.
We got 2.
I have 3.
It looks like you are its prey.
Oh, good.
Oh god, it's not pleasant either.
Ooh.
It has an ability called Feed, which says after this monster deals damage to an investigator or an ally, it recovers that much health. So it has 4 health, and each time it attacks, it heals some. So,
Oh.
which street? These are equally close. Let's put it here so that you can get out if you want.
Okay.
You're gonna want to get out.
I got a blank. I don't have any sanity left to take advantage of my dark dreams here. And a monster. Yeah. Masked ones. Spawn where the most doom is. We have a couple options here. Maybe we should put it in the central spot. Oh, it's a boss. It has Elite 1, which means it has an additional health per investigator. So since there's 4 investigators, total of 6. And it says, after this monster attacks you, you suffer 2 damage or place 1 doom in your space. So it doesn't do any damage naturally. It gives you a choice of 2 damage or doom. It's not a lurker. It just puts 1 doom in its space every turn. This is going horribly wrong. I'm gonna put it up in the Black Cave. Ryan,
Nothing.
you draw so many blanks.
Doom.
In St. Mary's Hospital. Oh, good. Okay, that's an outbreak. So we'll put 1 in each other space here and 1 on the scenario. That is 7 out of 8 on the scenario.
Let's get to
But
researching.
one more clue.
Game point.
It'll advance the story. It might not be the whole game if we get an 8th here. But it can't be good.
So let's do some researching.
Yeah. So why don't I go first and see if I can kill my flesh eater and get the last clue? It's kind of a long shot, but I'll give it a try. Okay. I'm gonna need a lot more dice because I get to roll 8 against this flesh eater.
You got 1.
Oh, thank you. So combination of teeth and bullets. Exactly 2 hits, kills the flesh eater, and I get a remnant, please. Yeah, and I'll research. 3 observation, 1 success.
Alright, what happens?
Okay.
Okay, so Fresh Meat had said when there are 3 or more clues on the scenario sheet, discard all clues from the scenario sheet and flip this card. The corpse in the butcher's shop must have been Saul Chandler once. Now it's nothing but a dismembered carcass, bones cracked and gnawed, flesh torn and eaten, as if a wild animal had been set loose. While you're examining the scene, Lita Chandler, wild-eyed and carrying a torch, finds you. So I'm not facing this alone after all, she says. I said that really cheerfully. We just found her husband in the butcher shop. That's cool. Then she gestures with the torch as a figure masked with a feral skull approaches. Which I appreciate, frankly. This charming fellow is part of a cult that's spread throughout Arkham. My husband is just the latest victim of their ghoulish practices. If we work together, we can drag them into the light. The leader, that's you, Scott, gains Lita Chandler. I think you can find her in that orange deck over there. Spawn the set-aside masked hunter engaged with the leader. Hey, remember the Arkham Horror card game?
Yeah.
This guy's gonna seem pretty familiar to you. You got the masked hunter.
There's too many monsters on this board, and we are not doing enough to kill them.
Yeah, he has Elite 1. He never speaks, never slows, never stops, never hesitates. He only hunts, and he's closing in. Brutal. And what does Lita Chandler do?
After you or another investigator deals damage to a monster in your space, Lita Chandler deals one damage to that monster.
Okay.
Just add 1.
Yeah, +1 damage to monsters. That's the same thing she does in the card game.
Okay.
So we take cards 13 through 17 from the archive. Oh, it's a... Oh, if I can do it without dropping them. It's an encounter card for each neighborhood. We shuffle each card into the top 2 cards of the corresponding neighborhood deck. Place 1 marker face down in each neighborhood. Markers are those question marks, if you could just throw those out there. Add card 12 to the codex and return this card to the archive. So I'm going to let you shuffle one of these. One should become one of the top 2 cards of each deck. So good luck shuffling 2 cards.
Does it matter what color question marks we put in?
It doesn't.
Okay.
Just question mark. I think just to mark like which places still have one to find. Card 12. False Faces. Between your own investigation and Lita Chandler's discoveries thus far, it seems that a group of cultists is active within Arkham. They cover up the disappearances, Lita explains. They've been doing it for years, but we've only just noticed. How is that possible? The cult must be larger than I imagined. If you're to save Arkham from the ghouls and their hungering master, you'll need to find and dismantle this cult. After a worshipper of Umordhoth spawns, discard the marker and its neighborhood. After a worshipper is defeated, return that worshipper to the game box and place 1 marker on the scenario sheet. After the 5th marker is placed on the scenario sheet, if card 11 is still on the codex, flip that card. Okay, so there are 5 cultists throughout Arkham that we presumably spawned by finding those encounters we just shuffled in, and we need to defeat all 5 of them.
Oh.
Don't have... Alright.
Okay, guys. Seems doable, right?
No, I'm about to die. So I'm gonna go first so I can die.
The game's over when we hit 8?
No, that will just advance this codex card. We don't know what'll happen.
Okay, do we still want to try to get clues on there, or at this point, no?
Right now, we have
priority.
We have no reason to think we need clues there. The one thing I would expect is like the encounter that makes the cultists appear could say something like, "You may spend a clue from the scenario sheet." But we'll just find out. I think we have enough to do that let's not worry about.
So let's not worry about clues.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and kill the Abyssal Servant to at least get one of these monsters off of me.
Whoa!
Wow.
I needed this a long time ago.
Power
I
roll.
needed that a long time ago. I need a remnant.
Yeah, very nice.
And then, because I don't want, well...
So the Masked Hunter, despite what he just said about never faltering or hesitating, he's not that hard to evade.
I only have 2 though.
Yeah.
See if these dice will still be good to me. Alright.
Evading?
No success. Alright. Who's next?
That leaves Ryan and Rebecca.
Well, I was thinking I could move over there and ward as my 2 actions if I'm trying to avoid that one. But if we have so many monsters on the board and I can take some hits, maybe I should let him catch up to me.
He's super hard though.
Yeah, and you're good at evading, so once you... He's got a -1
Basically
evading.
the problem is every monster on the
Yes.
board right now is too tough for us.
Yeah.
We need more weapons. The game hasn't served up a whole lot of weapons. There is that shotgun in the
That's
display.
expensive.
Yeah.
Brian could afford it.
Yeah,
could.
Yeah.
So much money.
Yeah.
So, consensus is I should try to not get attacked by him.
Yeah, sure.
And then if I'm in the same neighborhood as someone else, we only have to draw 1 of the the cards we just added.
Yeah.
So I'll do that, and I guess I'll ward.
Okay.
One success.
Cool. Ryan.
I think I'm gonna move up here to hopefully buy the shotgun. So I'm gonna spend $1 to move 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will gather resources along the way, which
Cool.
also allows me to focus. Focus my lord. There's nothing to do with my third action, is there?
You can always...
I can't focus.
You can't focus again? That is rare in this game, but yeah, I can't think of anything for you to do. You don't have a clue to research, right?
No.
And there's no doom for you to ward. Weird, yeah. Dead action, okay. And it's the enemy phase?
Yes.
So, let's start with you, Scott, since you have an enemy on you. What's it do?
He just has extra health, and he is 2 damage and 1 horror, which
Okay.
is going on to Lita.
You have a total of 7
Actually,
damage on
you know what?
allies. That's pretty great.
So I'll have to kill one of them, unfortunately.
You do?
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm dead. Because he's going to give damage.
Oh, the
Ooh.
ghoul priest will.
Ghoul
Yeah.
Priest is some
Okay, well let's
BS.
yeah, let's move on to that then. The ghoul priest says each investigator suffers 1 damage, so everyone put 1 damage onto something.
Who's going to die?
Goodbye, Alice.
Goodbye, Alice.
Alright. Moving on, the Nightmarish Fiend is going to continue to hunt the person with the lowest will, which is Rebecca, so
Rude.
chase you up the street. The Masked Ones, Lurker, place 1 doom in this space. Oh, this is, okay. This is fun.
That explodes.
Yeah, so let's do that last actually, just so that we don't lose our place. The Ghoul Acolyte says place 1 doom in the unstable space, which will be St. Mary's Hospital. So let's do that. And then that leaves our last monster. Causes an outbreak in the Black Cave.
Boom.
Yep.
Remove 3.
And an 8th on here. That advances the hunger below. When there's 8 or more doom on the scenario sheet, flip this card. If card 10 is still in the codex, flip that card before continuing. Nope, we advanced that a moment ago. Shadows gather around Hangmans Hill, a deep and unaccountable darkness that sends people and animals fleeing for their homes. The shadows form a shape that is too dark to resolve, or too fluid, or too awful to contemplate. Umordhoth has come. Take card 19, which is Umordhoth.
Jesus, already?
God.
Yeah, it's just a much larger monster than most monster cards.
Ooh.
And spawned it at Hangman's Hill. Add card 18 to the codex and return this card. Okay, card 18 is called the Feast of Ghouls.
Feast of Ghouls.
Thank you, Ryan. The reason for the mysterious disappearances stands revealed as the shapeless enormity of Umordhoth stalks Arkham. Everywhere it goes, it consumes. Corpses, worshippers, livestock, townsfolk, the devourer below makes no distinction. It eats everything and everyone in its path. Yet some intelligence guides its movements as it draws inexorably closer to you. You can feel its hunger clawing at your mind, twinned to a hatred more intense than merely mortal. Umordhoth hungers, but it is your flesh, in particular,
My flesh?
it craves.
Agnes's flesh? Agnes is about to die.
I think it's the collective you're here. Umordhoth's favorite food is Investigator.
Ooh.
The Umordhoth epic monster's health is reduced by 2 for each marker on the scenario sheet. Oh, so he has, we'll look at that in a second, a lot of health. But it's reduced by 2 for every cultist that we have found. 0 so far.
Okay.
After the Umordhoth epic monster is defeated, we flip card 12. And when there is 15 or more doom on the scenario sheet, we flip this card. So we're continuing with doom as before. If we get from 8 to 15, we flip this card. I'm guessing that since Umordhoth has now risen, that will be the point of no return, probably the end of the game.
Okay.
Taking a look at Umordhoth, it's an epic monster, ancient one. It is massive, which means that instead of engaging one person, it's going to attack everyone in its face in the enemy phase. Hunter, it moves towards the nearest investigator.
Okay.
I'm gonna move.
And then it has 8 health plus 4 per investigator. 24 total.
Oh.
Attacks against it get -2. Attempts to evade it get -1. It says massive. It defines it here. Umordhoth engages and attacks each investigator in its space. It cannot be exhausted. And as you attack Umordhoth, you may spend any number of clues from the scenario sheet to deal that much additional damage. So there's a reason to get clues, is that we can turn it into damage. But each clue being 1 damage when we need 24.
We need to get all these guys first because then.
Yeah, that'll.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, and also minor detail: when it does attack, 3 damage and 3 horror. It's gonna kill almost anyone that it hits.
Who engages? Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. That was the very last part of the enemy phase that caused that all to happen. So we are to encounters, right?
Ugh.
Yeah. Ugh. Ryan, police station for me? Pretty much business as usual.
You share your find. Are you ever going to leave the police station?
I like to think at this point I've got to be under arrest for something or other.
So
You share
one
your-
of these cards unlocks the marker, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You share your findings with Sheriff Ingle. Test influence.
Is it rolling 1 die? I fail. No reroll in my pocket.
Whether you pass or not, one particular cop was listening intently. Spawn the set-aside Billy Cooper monster at the police station and return this card to the archive.
Billy Cooper is this guy. He says he's a human cultist. He's a lurker, and it says place 1 doom at the police station.
Great.
If you defeat another monster while engaged with Billy, he is also defeated. Oh, so you can I can either blow him up.
Or you could wait until you have another one.
Yeah, I don't have anything really coming for me or anything though, so I should probably just shoot him in the face.
Great.
Okay.
Unless you
Billy,
want to try to tackle something over there.
but I can't move while he's on me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's it for my encounter.
Cool.
Who else is up?
Now Ryan's up.
Yeah.
So you're in the
I
south
am.
side, downtown.
Independence Square,
Yeah.
up there in downtown.
Alright. The wagons and stalls of the square's occasional market are packing up and preparing to leave. You may buy 1 curio item from the display. Soon. Oh, do you want to buy something first?
Curio is a
You get
bummer
money.
because we really wanted you to get that shotgun.
Right.
Curio
So,
is...
everything but the shotgun.
Okay, great. I will buy the lucky cigarette case. Once per round, you may add 1 to the result of 1 die.
And don't forget to pay for it.
Yep.
Okay, that'll be handy, but it's
Okay.
no...
There's more, though.
Oh.
Soon, you discover why they are leaving. Spawn the set-aside Wolfman. Wolfman Drew, monster engaged with you, and return this to the card to the archive.
Alright, Wolfman Drew. Here he is.
He looks like a wolf. He's a human cultist. He has 3 strength, and you fight him with -1 strength. After Drew deals damage to an investigator or ally, he recovers that much health. That's no good.
Yeah, he's another cannibal.
Alright.
Okay, and then you have a monster, so you
It's
skip you.
your
So
turn.
it's mine.
Yeah.
General store, Riverton.
The store is open for business, but you're the only customer. You may buy any number of common items from the display.
Does anything cost 2?
No.
No?
No.
Then let's continue.
Davy Schaffner mentions that Herman Collins bought out all his meat last week. Spawn the set-aside Herman Collins monster at the graveyard, and return this card to the archive. So you're not actually getting this one right away, he's going to the graveyard.
Okay, well that's a positive.
Oh, and he's a lurker that says each enemy phase, each investigator discards 1 focus. That's just going to be annoying.
Ugh,
We are so dead.
we're really
Oh,
hemmed in.
here's the thing to know about him. After you perform a focus action while engaged with him, you may spend 2 focus to defeat him. So if you already have 1 focus, go to him and focus again. He's done.
Okay.
Yeah. Until then, he's hanging out in the graveyard. All right, hand us the mythos bag.
It's empty.
I'll fill the mythos bag.
Oh, that was awkward.
We
All right.
got this. Great.
Leave it at it.
Okay.
Okay. Here's my 2 for this round. Blank and newspaper.
Here you go.
Ugh, I can't take it anymore. Break-in at Historical Society. Criminals wore robes and masks. Several artifacts stolen. Gang of occult-minded thugs could be anywhere. Headline: You suffer 2 damage and 2 horror unless you place 1 doom in your space. But I'm in a street space, so I can place it in an adjacent space instead, which is what I'm going to do. Because I don't feel like dying just yet.
Yeah, 1 doom with La Bella Luna doesn't seem too bad.
Okay. Clue.
Okay. Spawn a clue in Rivertown. Right there in the middle.
And what's his name?
Reckoning.
Reckoning.
I think we still just have the 1 effect on Umordhoth. Place 1 doom on its sheet. That puts us at 9 out of 15.
Ooh.
I'm spawning a monster. It's a corpse taker. Spawns where the most doom is. Looks like that is Ma's boarding house, so it gets to join the ghoul priest. Oh no. Its lurker effect is move 1 doom from its space to the scenario sheet. So it converts this doom every round.
Oh.
We can't get down there. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
We're gonna run out of time really fast here. And spawn a doom.
This is not going well.
Not at all.
Is this game winnable? Do you know anyone who's won this? Because I feel like it's.
I've heard people claim to have won it.
Pretty people.
I have not won it.
I want to see the tape.
Could you hand me a doom? There's one on St. Mary's Hospital. We are running low on those tokens.
Yeah, we don't have much more doom left.
Do more clues.
I'm gonna have to ward Doom just.
Just to get more tokens back. Here you go, Ryan.
Clue.
Okay, and Uptown.
And doom.
Okay. Doom is in the Black Cave.
I can't do anything but fight.
Alright, let's investigate. Can I try to shoot Billy Cooper in the head?
Please.
Go
Okay.
for it.
I think first I'll focus strength. I've got one over here. So, -1, it's going to be a total of 7 dice. 3 hits will kill him. Got it.
Nice.
Billy Cooper's
Okay.
defeated. We'll take his marker and put it on the scenario. Umordhoth is down to 22 health.
Yay!
Alright, that's it for me.
Okay, so you said that monster can be killed by 2 focus?
You're going to have to be more specific. Which monster?
This one.
Oh,
I'm closest to.
Herman Collins, yeah, so if
So
you...
if I focus right now for, say, strength, and then I go to him, and then...
It says, after you perform a focus action while engaged with him, you may spend 2 to defeat him. So actually go first,
Okay.
then focus.
Okay, so I should try to...
Yeah, by all
Okay,
means.
go first. So I take him on.
Mm-hmm.
And then, after I'm engaged, then I can focus, and...
Yeah, and
Okay.
then spend them both.
So I'll just spend them both and defeat him.
He's defeated.
That's the only way I can beat a monster.
Yeah. Alright, so we're chewing through these things. It's just a shame there's 6 other horrible monsters on the board. 2 cultists down though, nice.
I'll fight mine. I need 1 more die.
Okay.
So, he's got 3 damage. Oh, and I fight him with strength -1, so that's 3.
Oh.
1 success. I'm going to re-roll 2.
Alright, make this perfect.
1 success. I'm going to re-roll.
Alright.
Come on.
I could add 1, but that's not enough.
Mm-mm.
That's it.
Alright, 2 damage to him.
By the way, you healed sanity with your Ace of Swords.
When you spend a focus to re-roll. Oh, Well, I haven't been doing that the whole game.
No. Is it once per round or every time?
Every time.
No, every time. So you actually healed 3
Oh,
sanity.
yeah,
Sanity.
that's right. Okay.
Okay,
Nice.
there's something.
That's an epiphany.
All right.
That leaves you, Scott.
I'm going to attack the masked hunter with my first action.
Oh wait, that was my first action.
Oh yeah, okay, you have more
Oh,
turn. Here
Yeah, I
you go.
have 2 more. Okay, is there anything I can do to heal?
Do you want to try and evade him first?
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, try.
Unfortunately, should I focus first so I get 2
Yeah, that seems smart.
observation? Okay, and then I'll roll 2. I guess I didn't have to do that because I could potentially roll twice. Boom.
Yay.
Success. Evaded.
Sweet. So you can just put it on the space on the board. And now if you want to, you can run away. It's not going to hurt you this turn because it was evaded.
Will he follow?
He won't follow. He'll just flip back over and be ready to act on the next turn. So it's a good chance to get away from him. The only thing is that
Can't run away though because I don't have another turn.
I think you still have 2 actions left, right?
No, because I focused and then I...
But he evaded,
Oh.
so he has an extra action.
When you evade successfully, though, you get 1 extra action.
Oh.
Will
Yeah.
he re-engage? So if he re-engages on the monster, will he re-engage on the monster phase, or he just sit there?
It will ready, and so then it will re-engage, but it won't attack him.
Oh, then he should just stay there, because then he can try and attack it.
Yeah, because we
Yeah.
do want to finish it off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'll stay there and I'm just going to gather resources, which means I can also focus.
Cool.
And I could use some strength, I think.
Scott, one thing I just noticed is the scenario actually says that the masked hunter is also one of the worshippers of Umordhoth. It means we'll actually take another marker and put it on there
Okay.
when we kill it.
Did I attack him?
Did you?
Oh, I
don't
have. It's
think
still
so.
my turn. It's,
Yeah.
it's my turn. Okay, so I have 3. Oop.
Sorry.
I'll take that 5. Let's see. Okay. No successes,
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh,
Alright,
gonna evade him?
I will try to evade him. Make 2 observation. 2 successes!
Whew.
Okay, so he's getting set in the street. He'll eventually start hunting the investigator with the most clues, but he won't act now. You can leave.
Who has the most clues? Is that me? I have 1.
Yeah, it's gonna hunt you. Oh, wait,
Do you still you?
Agnes
that's
has
what
one
you-
too.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's still...
He can hunt you then. I already have someone on my tail.
I will be
Oh, and
spending...
he's gonna catch me. 'cause I
I'm
stayed in the
spending
same
$1
place.
to go 1, 2, 3. Hopefully get some
Oh.
health.
Go eat at the diner, sure.
And then I'm done. So, monster phase.
Okay, so no one has monsters engaged with them, right?
Yes.
Sweet. So we've got lots of lurkers doing fun stuff. The corpse taker, move 1 doom from this space to the scenario sheet. So we've got doom number 10 on the scenario. Ghoul priest, each investigator suffers 1 damage. I'm gonna need
Hit
1,
me.
please. Actually, I'm just going to, my leather coat is done. You did good, leather coat.
I'm sorry. Sachiko, it's your time.
Game point over here.
Everyone is on the ropes, except for Min somehow, who's pretty alright.
Yeah, she hasn't really done much to contribute.
Hold on, Sachiko, you might
Yeah.
get to live. Flesh ward. Spend the
At
remnant.
least she's traveled a little.
There you go. Prevented the damage to you.
Yes. Sweet. So, I'm done. So what monsters move?
Okay, so we've resolved those 2. Umordhoth moves towards the nearest investigator, speed of 1. So he's just going to get to the streets here, chasing Min currently.
Does he kill the monsters he steps on, though?
No, unfortunately.
Oh, that would be nice.
Oh, you read all that
Despite-
flavor text about his hunger, and I was hoping he should kill the monsters he steps on.
Apparently does not kill his own
It
guys.
said it's your flesh he craves.
Yes.
The Nightmare's Fiend moves towards the lowest will, which is you,
It's gonna
Rebecca.
land on me.
Yeah, and it's going to do 2 damage to horror right now.
Hit me. Since I suffered a horror, I get to research a clue.
Sweet.
I don't even have to roll.
Well, that's one more damage we can put towards Umordhoth.
5 damage on his 24.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, and then the masked ones say place 1 doom on this space in the Black Cave. And the Black Cave is also the unstable space, so the cool Acolyte is going to put 1 there. It outbreaks. I think since we're out of tokens, I'm going to take 10 off of Umordhoth, and we're just going to remember that...
We could just start using...
Oh.
They look the same.
Boy, like, this will probably work.
Yeah.
So we can only get 5 more.
So we add 1, remove 3, spread it out, and put 1 there. We're at 11 out of 15. And here, I'll give those back to you.
Okay.
Okay, and then these enemies that were evaded this round are just going to ready, but do nothing else, which means you're engaged with Wolfman Drew again.
Okay.
And it's encounters. Who doesn't have a monster? Just me and Scott?
Yes.
Okay. What's your encounter, Scott?
I am East Town. Velma's Diner.
Valens Diner. For a clue. For a little compensation, Velma will let you examine the diner's plumbing. You may spend $1 to pull apart the sink.
Don't do it. Don't do it. You know there's a monster in the sink.
There might be a clue in the sink.
I don't want a clue, but I'm gonna roll the dice and see if hopefully she'll give me health or sanity. Health or sanity?
Velma brings you meatloaf, and you find strange dark tentacles in the pipes. You or an ally recover 3 health, and you gain 1 clue from your neighborhood.
Yes.
Which of those 2 things did you eat?
I'm gonna tell you.
I think she brings you meatloaf because you did something nice, but you found dark tentacles in the pipes.
All right.
I'm less sure.
Agnes is hanging on by a thread.
Well, that's a big improvement. Okay, and my encounter is yet again at the police station.
A child tugs on your sleeve and asks you for help. None of the officers will help me find Mrs. Flopsy. Test observation.
I'll find your
Mrs. Flopsy.
stuffed rabbit. I found it.
If you pass, you find the missing rabbit and are the hero of the local children. You become blessed.
Yes!
Hashtag blessed.
Blessing of the children. Thank you. Alright, we're back to Mythos already.
God, Mythos is endless.
Right.
Blank. Good news. And blank.
Hogging all the blanks. All the horrible stuff's gonna happen to us. A doom at Hibbs Roadhouse, way up in East Town.
And monster.
Good. Another monster. It's
We're
a
running out of monster cards.
well, we'll shuffle the discard, but yeah. The hooded stalker spawns where the most doom is St. Mary's Hospital or the general store. It's gonna hunt us. Let's just put it as far away as we can.
Yes, please.
All right. So hooded stalker at St. Mary's Hospital. Now the last 2 in the bag are a gate burst.
Gate burst.
Thank you, Ryan. Gate bursts in Rivertown. Oh God.
no.
Okay. This is gonna start to end real fast here, I think. We put a doom in each location. And that is an outbreak in the general store, so we'll take 3 doom off. Put 1 in each other location. That's an outbreak in the graveyard.
And then that's an outbreak in Black Cave.
Yeah. So we take doom off that.
So we're 1 doom away from
I think,
potentially ending the card.
That was quite
Huh.
the chain.
yeah, the way that worked, they all ended up where they began. Just 3 more doom on Umordhoth. We're at 14 out of 15 now. The end is near.
The end is nigh.
Oh, and we do need to shuffle the discard pile. I've got a headline. Mysticism malfeasance. Occultism craze sweeps Arkham. Police warn most mediums frauds. Beecher boasts magic very real. My headline is test will -1. If you fail, place 1 doom in your space. Okay, there's room for that. So I'm gonna roll 2 dice. I fail. A doom in the police station. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Monster.
Oh.
The final monster of the deck is the viscous glutton. Vicious? Vicious.
Probably
Vicious glutton.
vicious.
Yeah, it's definitely
The
vicious.
hibiscus glutton.
It spawns at the unstable space. We just got rid of the discard pile, so it's our starting space, the general store. It's gonna move towards the location with the most doom. So it actually would hang out at the general store as long as there's 3.
Doom.
Oh god. Rivertown.
Rivertown.
The general store.
Which
Oh, no, we.
Yeah, so
Okay.
That's it.
it's an outbreak. Our 15th doom on Umordhoth, we flip the Feast of Ghouls.
Oh, Feast of Ghouls.
It eats Lita Chantler first when it catches you.
Shit.
The creature, if creature it is, lacks anything you can describe as a mouth, but it eats her all the same, screaming, bones cracking, blood pooling as she vanishes within its smoky tendrils. Then it comes for you, expanding in its hunger and its menace as it flows. You try to flee, but Umordhoth drags you back inside it and you feel its teeth for the first time.
No.
Your only comfort lies in the faces of its worshippers,
Oh.
gathered to watch your demise. You have just long enough to watch their grim rapture transform to terror as Umordhoth finishes with you and reaches out for them. Investigators lose the game.
I feel like that was personally attacking me at the end.
Because Brandon read the whole card looking
He
at
kept
you.
reading it to you.
For a while I was like, wait, why is it just attacking
I know.
Scott?
I was like, I kind of like
He
that.
took my Lita and then he took me with him.
And then I thought maybe I had a chance still, but
You were just in the middle of my audience.
Well, this monster was gonna kill me next, anyways.
Alright, well, we're 0 for 2.
I want to win.
We did.
I at least want to do better than this.
we did not play optimally.
Yeah, this game is harsh. We got devoured with 8 more if you can include Umordhoth, 9 monsters in the city. We couldn't even go anywhere. They were just everywhere.
If we were to do this scenario again, knowing what I know now,
Mm-hmm.
I would only pick fighter characters.
Yeah,
Because, like, there's no
I didn't like mine. I was the seeker, and yet I had the fewest clues throughout the whole thing. Like, my character was kind of blah.
Yeah.
I would have gone back to Calvin.
Some of that was maybe a little luck. You weren't drawing a lot of clue encounters.
It really was.
Yeah. And that happens. There's plenty of luck in these games. Lots of dice rolls, lots of drawing cards. There's no doubt about that. You're right, though. I think this scenario is more... You want more fighters.
Yeah.
You want more fighters than we had, and it would have been nice if we had gotten more weapons than we did. But, you know, another day. Thank you all for the game. Sorry it went so poorly.
Thank
Again.
you. I feel defeated.
Yeah.
Scott, this
Do
is...
viewers enjoy when we lose, or enjoy more when we win?
Send an ambulance.
think-
I don't know.
The next time I come back, it might have to be not an Arkham game.
Yeah, we'll get you on something more cheerful soon, Scott.
See, I'm just opposite. I'm determined to beat this sucker, so...
And we'll get you back for next Arkham
Yeah.
then. Well, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to us so you can see the next time we get devoured also. Thank you all for the game.
We're here.
Thank you.
We're here, sort of. Until next time, be optimal. See you next time.